My name is Todd. I'm 29 years old. I'm a serial hobbyist. I have a problem with organization.
My name is Robin, and I am Todd's girlfriend. When you walk into Todd's house, there's magazines, there's books, there's dirty towels, there's garbage, there's things that have probably been there for years.
You know, if you were to ask me where something belongs, I couldn't tell you. Like, I don't know where anything belongs.
The bathrooms, I wouldn't even go in there with a hazmat outfit on. There's leftover food containers. He's been into computer games. He's been into video games. He's been into Warhammer, the little figurines.
I would say that on average, each new hobby cost me at least $1,000.
He went and has material probably to make about 50 different knives. He joined a knife club. He's gone to shows. He buys all this stuff, and I'm not sure if he's even made a single knife.
The state that house is in currently is acceptable. It's acceptable to me. I just sort of, take it or leave it. This is me. This is how I live.
My name is Tim, and I'm Todd's father. I've often struggled with why he does this. This is trash. But he doesn't seem able to throw it away. And I don't know why. How do you form an emotional attachment to an empty bottle of hot sauce? I don't get that.
I don't know if he has just a lot of anxiety about throwing things away, if it just makes him feel a lot safer to have that stuff.
My name is Kathy. I'm Todd's mom. I really don't know what the root of the problem is.
When he's a little kid, he was a messy little kid. Most kids are messy. And that didn't raise any warning signs particularly.
I think it's always been just something that he's done, and I think it's getting just progressively worse.
These tendencies, if they're not addressed, can get really out of control. And you end up with people who become basically hermits.
I've lived here for 3 years, and I think I've only had 6 people in my house.
It could get to that point where he doesn't have friends or close family or our relationship.
I don't want to live like this anymore. And I don't want to have a future like this, because my future living like this, I don't think is a very happy one.
It's got to the breaking point where it either gets fixed now or it's never going to get fixed, and it's only going to get worse.
Hello.
Hey, how's it
Nice
going?
to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm Sarah.
My name is Sarah Barica, and I am a certified professional organizer.
Is there anything in the home that you know right off the top of your head that you're going to be okay with that can go in the trash?
No.
Todd has the potential to be a very serious hoarder.
It is a progressive disorder, and so there could be a point where Todd may be at a level where there is no turning back.
Okay, let's go.
I'm feeling this morning there's a little trepidation. I know that there's people in my house. They're touching my things.
Okay. What's the tapping about?
Oh, I don't know.
Anxiety?
Anxiety, I guess.
Okay.
96. So this shirt is 13 years old. Yeah, that's a keeper.
Alrighty. When we started the morning off, Todd had to go through a lot of his clothing.
So this is a keep. Let's keep
I was willing kind of to just let Todd decide whatever he wanted.
that. Definitely keep that.
My name is Dr. Robbie Ludwig. I'm a psychotherapist, and I specialize in working with people who have anxiety disorders. What are you noticing? What's coming up for you?
Like memories and a lot of anxiety about getting rid of stuff and be like, but you know, like I remember stuff like where I got the shirt.
So maybe that's something you could work on. The shirt doesn't hold the memory. The shirt doesn't hold anything special. It's just simply an object, and the memory is within you. And the experience is yours. I think Robin is going to need to be the voice of reason, because these are really habits that he's developed over a lifetime. And so it might creep up on him when he's feeling anxious, holding on to more things and having difficulty getting rid of some of the things that he's acquired. You know, just seeing how all you interact with Todd, kind of tiptoeing around a bit, it's very easy to get sucked into Todd's world, which is how we got here in the first place. Until he really gets a sense of that, Robin is going to need to make many interventions along the way. Some of this isn't going to be comfortable for Todd, so we may need to take a little bit of a confrontational or tougher love approach to not get sucked in.
I don't want to have to be that person that's like, okay, you have to do this. You know, standing over him and telling him what he needs to take care of and what he doesn't. Can we just toss that whole thing?
No. Maxim trash. Law school trash.
This is an interesting poster.
That's trash. Trash.
I notice you seem to be able to make decisions a little bit quicker about what goes in the trash.
I want to get rid of the stuff that I want to get rid of. I want to keep the stuff I want to keep. I want to move on.
Todd was on this disposing high. He was getting rid of everything, and it annoyed Robin because Robin felt that he wasn't really thinking about what he was doing.
Go.
His new focus is now throwing things away. I'm just gonna throw everything away. He's gonna go through all this and he's gonna get rid of it, but then is he actually processing like the emotional attachment that he has? You know, tomorrow is gonna be like, gosh, like I really wish I wouldn't have done that because, you know, everyone leaves, but I'm gonna be here.
Do you feel you know him so well you feel he's avoiding something?
I'm tired of this stuff being here. I feel like we spent a lot of time talking that we could be working.
He didn't really understand that he gets stuck in an all or nothing kind of frame of mind. And prior to us getting here, it was keeping everything. And then after a period of time, it was getting rid of most things. One of the reasons why he never sat down to address it is because it does make him irritable. It does make him angry. And if he could somehow avoid it altogether, either by getting rid of everything or keeping everything, then he doesn't have to feel annoyed, irritable, or deal with these unresolved issues that are really paralyzing him.
You're thinking, oh my God, this is so annoying. I don't want to do this right now. But this is the exact reason, this is how we're going to fix it. I think this is kind of like a turning point.
I just don't care anymore. I just want to get it done.
The problem is that if we push you hard enough, you're going to do whatever we want you to do. But is that really solving the problem?
Todd definitely has this idea, or needed to have this idea that, you know, once he got the concept, he was good to go and he was all cured.
You keep saying, I just want to get this done. I just want to get this done. Stop talking, I just want to get it done.
Yeah.
But the whole reason we're here is to do the talking.
For me, it's about the process and making sure that this goes well and that later on, you're not, you know, upset that we got rid of, you know, 17 boxes of stuff. I just want to, you know, I want to deal with it now as opposed to dealing it when there's not a professional here to talk through it.
I don't understand why y'all won't take victory for an answer. Like, I don't need this stuff. Like this stuff, like I can't replace that. The rest of this stuff, if I want it again, I can go buy it again.
You know, it would be very easy for Todd and Robin to feel like they have had a victory, which in some ways they have, that they've resolved the issue to some extent. They have a clean house, they're moving towards their goal, but the danger comes with, did we really address the symptom of the problem? And the symptom of the problem is something we can't always get to in a short period of time.
had a lot of accomplishments today. We tackled the upstairs and went from 17 boxes to 1 box.
17 boxes, done.
Done. Robin's face is priceless right now. She's
So happy.
pasted him a smile.
Before, we couldn't live together, we couldn't do activities in his house together. So this has really just transformed our relationship together.
I think this is totally going to move us on in the next step in our relationship. The house has never been in a condition where she could move in. The dog, maybe kids in the future, like that couldn't have happened here 2 days ago. And now it can.
Todd has a long road ahead of him. This is the hardest part. This is where the tough stuff begins. He's now got to do this on his own. He has Robin, so that's a benefit. You know, he's going to have to work on this over and over and over again.
It's going to be like being an alcoholic. Every day I have to think about, I'm not going to do this. And I think maybe it'll become more natural as it becomes like a habit. But I don't think it'll ever be something that I won't have to think about and I won't have to deal with.
I don't think Todd's cured, but this was a really big victory. This is amazing. This has transformed where he lives, and it's now made a space for us to live together.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your help. I appreciate it. Robin will be moving in 2 months, and I want it to look exactly like it does now, this clean.